5-step action plan that turns strangers into customers. Hey, Shakir Hussain here, founder of funnels.com, and after building over 1,000+ funnels, this is what I call the Master Funnels Mind Map. It's literally the formula I use to help companies and business owners scale from 0 to 6 figures, 6 figures to 7 figures, 7 figures to 8 figures. And so the number one thing when it comes to the 5-step funnels process is we have to identify who is the ideal type of customer that we want. The reason why you want to do this is that so you can repel the wrong types of clients and you can get very clear on who is the ideal dream type of client. Because if you attract the right types of clients, your life, energy, the income, the quality of real life, your fulfillment, it just goes up. And we've all had clients. I've had more clients than you can imagine that were not the right fit. Okay, especially in my younger days, I was so hungry. I would take on anyone that would be breathing, anyone that had money. I'm like, okay, you're my client. Here's what I can offer you, blah, blah, blah. Now, as I'm in my 30s, I'm much more mature. I'm very, very picky on who works with us. That's why in all of our businesses, it's an application funnel. It's not because we're just selling high ticket offers. It's I also want to make sure, hey, I don't have to do this anymore. Like I do this because I love it. It's my passion. This is one of the reasons why I'm making these YouTube videos. I genuinely love marketing. I love building businesses. I love doing equity partnerships. I love all of aspects of marketing. So if you attract the wrong people and it drains your energy, it sucks your team's resources, the fulfillment goes messy, and you just feel like quitting and it creates burnout, then you want to make sure that you stay away from that, right? Then the question is, okay, so then if I identify who is my ideal customer, what are their hopes, fears, frustrations, ambitions, their goals that you can support them with, then the question is, where are they now? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on YouTube? Like my ideal clients are mainly on YouTube, Instagram. Because of that, because I know that majority of my focus is on Instagram and on YouTube, right? And sure, we can add those platforms in to get more clients and get more traffic and get more leads. But you have to first identify where are your ideal prospects. Okay, so that's stage number one. Where is your traffic? If you just think of it as a top of funnel, okay, at the top is traffic, which is the people. The more people that we can bring in, the more attention that we have on our products and services. The second stage is what we call lead capture. Okay, so we want to be able to take our prospects from strangers on social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we want to turn them into leads. And how do we turn them into leads? The stage number one is you have to shift your focus from getting viewers and having followers to getting subscribers. I promise you, this is the number one key secret of all of the richest people that you know. They are focused on getting subscribers. Why? If you can get the subscriber, whether it's a name and email address, it's their full details, maybe they're buying a product or service, whether it's a low ticket, high ticket offer. If you can capture their details, your prospects, now you have a real asset that's not dependent on any of the social media websites. So today, if YouTube shuts me down, if Instagram shuts me down, guess what? I still have access to over 1 million people's email addresses that I've generated over the last 15 years. And this is what I mean by getting subscribers. Sure, you can have the Facebook followers, the YouTube subscribers, Instagram followers, but nothing is more valuable than getting someone's personal email address where you can send out emails, special offers, follow up with them. I've literally had people that have followed me on my email list for over a decade. Now imagine that. Imagine if I want to make an extra $50,000 today, all it means is I have to come up with the right offer and then I send it over to my email list, which is thousands of people. Every time I send an email, I can get anywhere from, not the whole list, but let's say a segment of the list, I can easily get 3,000 to 5,000, as much as 10,000 people opening those emails. Now, imagine I have the ability to hand select and communicate with, 1,000 people every single day in an intimate fashion, which is through their email. You see how valuable that is? And by the way, this is the same system that I use to now I've built over 12 different $1 million, 7-figure businesses, and 3 of them have gone past 8 figures. And so What I'm sharing with you is not theory, it's not something I read from a book or I watched on TikTok or Instagram. It's like real life stuff. And I still do this even till today. Anytime I want to launch a business, I optimize for traffic. Who do I want to attract? Who do I want to repel? Where are those customers hanging out? And then what's the lead capture that I can install so I can attract the right number of leads each and every single day. So on average, let's say in one of my businesses, we get like 20, 25 leads a day. Between all of them, it's easily at least say 100 leads a day. Okay, so if I'm getting 100 leads a day over a month, that's 3,000 leads a month. Okay, now I have got as much as 3,000 leads in a single week, 3,000 leads in a single day. And when I've acquired other people's businesses, I have got as much as 50,000 leads in a single day, because when I've acquired their business, I've acquired their entire database. And I've done about 3 good acquisitions. One, I acquired around 80,000 subscribers. One, overnight, I grew my subscriber base by 200,000 emails, because the company that I had acquired, they had 200,000 emails plus 200, more than 200, maybe 250K emails. By the way, that's one of the ways I got to over 1.5 million email subscribers. Until today, the most valuable asset that you have is getting subscribers on your email list and the relationship that you have with those email subscribers. Okay. The next stage is taking those leads into a prospects, which is taking them through a sales process. So how do we turn just a lead into a prospect? There's 101 ways. We can start publishing videos, we can start giving out content, we can start emailing them, inviting them to a live event, virtual workshops. My favorite all-encompassing formula is what I call the EBM, education-based marketing. If you can take attention from social media, you can get them to become a lead, and then for them to becoming a prospect, which means that they're raising their hand and they're saying, hey, I'm interested. That missing gap is education-based marketing. If you can educate your prospects, kind of like what I'm doing right now on a YouTube video, on an Instagram reel, on an Instagram story. If you follow me on Instagram each day, you'll see I start off identifying a problem that my ideal customer who's making $5,000 to $30,000 a month, what they're facing. And then I'll expand on that problem, and then I'll give them a solution, and then I'll lead with a free high value gift so I can give them value up front. And then secondly, I can capture their email address so that I can get them as a lead and then transition them to becoming a prospect. Why? Because if I get their attention, get the lead, transition them into a prospect, now they are someone who can become a customer. And after they make their first or second purchase with us, then they go from a customer to becoming a client. Does that make sense? And once they become a client, they can buy our one of 5 different offers. They can buy our SaaS, our softwares that we have. And now they pay us on a monthly basis. And I've literally got clients right now that have been with me for, gosh, 7, 8, maybe 10 years. Like, think about it. Once they're in now and they're paying us and they're using our softwares and now they're building their business on our softwares, they are paying us on a monthly basis every single month, every single year, year after year. How did that all come across? It all came across because I had the right funnels process, where at the top I'm educating them, then I'm giving them stuff of value so they become a lead, then I am condensing them into a prospect where they're raising their hand and they're asking me, hey, what do you have to offer? How can you help me? Because we've gone from attention to lead to now prospect, and then we're offering them our products and services. And the best way, one of the easiest ways to do this is once you're starting to get your first 100, your first 500, your first 1,000 subscribers, just simply do polls. You can do them on Instagram, you can send out an email, use something like Typeform and or Google Form if you're starting out and you're a complete newbie, and just get some feedback from what are the challenges that your prospects are facing. And then you can turn around and say, you know what, I've just done this survey and here's what I found out. 5% are struggling with this and 85% are struggling with this program, and 2% have this weird challenge that they're going through. But guess what? I can create something for these 85% of people that have this challenge. And then you can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to be launching something in 2 months' time, in a month's time. Go and join this wait list. And now you can segment them further into a new category, a new bucket of people that are serious about wanting to do business with you. They're interested in your offer, and you can announce once you're launching your offer, you can go straight to the wait list, sell your products and services out. Then you can expand back into your core database and say, hey, I just launched this product. 85% of people said they wanted this program. We offered it and we're selling out. And now I'm giving you the chance. And this is how you start launching your products and services. And once you do it once and you start seeing the results, hey, you know what? I'm posting on social media, whether it's organic or it's paid. People are coming in, they're giving me their name and details, and they're going from attention to a lead. From a lead, they're becoming a prospect. From a prospect, they're becoming a customer. From a customer, they're becoming a client. Okay, I have this surplus now, which is basically profit. I can now take some of this, reinvest it back into hiring a new team member, upgrading the systems, putting in more money into paid traffic, hiring team members to help you with organic traffic. And it just becomes a endless growth flywheel. Okay, and this is the same systems that we teach our clients. And that's the 5-step funnels overview. If you'd like more information on this, just hit subscribe and leave me a comment in this comment section below. This way I know this is stuff that you want to learn. Again, none of this stuff is theory. This is stuff that I've done it over and over again. Let me know what you'd like to learn, and I'll see you in the next video.